welcome back to your science class. In today's class, we will be talking about simple permanent tissues. If you are watching all the videos, you may know that we have already covered meristematic tissues and we are discussing plants tissues. Okay, what is a tissue? Tissue is nothing but just a group of cells. Okay, when similar cells combine together, they form tissues. That is all what we have already covered. Okay. Today's class we are going to see that what are the other types of tissues. If you remember children, we have broadly categorized plant tissues into meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Okay, we have already seen what are meristematic tissues. They are basically apical, intercalary and lateral. If we talk about meristematic tissues are basically the dividing cells. Okay, they divide and they help in the growth. Okay, so meristematic tissues, they are generally the growth tissue. They are responsible for the growth in various parts of a plant. For stem, for roots, apical tissues are responsible for the breadth or for the diameter of a plant. Intercalary are responsible for lateral. They are responsible for the nodes and their growth. In today's class, we are going to discuss about permanent tissues. Okay, if you remember children, permanent tissue, they are divided into simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissues. Now before we go into the simple permanent tissue, let's see how permanent tissue are different from meristematic tissue. See, when meristematic tissues stop growing, meristematic tissues are generally growing cells. They are very active. Okay, they are constantly growing so that they can provide growth to specific parts in a plant. But there comes a point when these active cells, they become very slow and they don't divide. Okay, and they take specific shape. They take specific shape, size, and also they function specific work. They work for a specific work. Okay, so these type of cells are permanent tissues. Okay, so basically when meristematic tissue stop growing, when they stop dividing, or when they become permanent, or when they take specific shape and size, that is when we call them permanent tissues. Now, what are permanent tissues? Tissues that attain their mature form and perform specific functions. They stop dividing. Okay, that is when they are known as permanent tissues. Okay, so they are of two types. They can be simple permanent tissues and they can be complex permanent tissues. Let's take them one by one. So the first type of tissue, permanent, are simple. Okay, in simple, the cells are of same type. The cells are of same types. Whereas in complex, the cells are of different types. So permanent tissues are formed from meristematic tissues. They do not divide. Okay, so they do not divide and they have permanent shape and size. Let's see. These simple permanent tissues are further divided into three parts. They can be parenchyma, they can be collenchyma, they can be sclerenchyma. Okay, so these simple permanent tissues are basically made up of single types of cells. All the cells are of single type. Okay, and they are of three types. We'll just have an overview of all these tissues here. So parenchyma are basically the storage provider. Okay, these parenchyma tissues, they provide storage. They are responsible for storage in plants. Whereas collenchyma, they are responsible for the flexibility. We'll study them in detail. So parenchyma, they are responsible for storage. Collenchyma, they are responsible for flexibility. Whereas sclerenchyma, they are the protective tissues. They are the protective tissues. They protect the plants. Okay, let's study them in detail. So first of all, parenchyma. So parenchyma are basically loosely packed. Parenchyma are loosely packed. The cells have a lot of spaces in between them. They are loosely packed. Okay, they have thin walls, and because they have thin walls, that is why intercellular space is present. For example, these are the two cells, in between there is a lot of space. So that is what we mean by intercellular space. So in parenchyma there is a lot of space. Okay. Now, if I say they have single type of cell, it doesn't mean that it has only one cell. We are talking about tissues. Okay. When we are talking about tissues, it means that we are talking about group of cells. We are talking about group of cells. So, parenchyma are the group of cells, but all the cells are of same type. The cells are of same type because they are simple permanent tissues. Okay, and in complex the cells are of different types. Okay, now these parenchyma tissues can be of different type. Okay, they can be of different type. For example, you must have learned about photosynthesis process. Okay, photosynthesis process. Can you recall what is the main pigment which is used to trap sun's heat? What is that pigment called? Chlorophyll. Yes, that pigment is chlorophyll. Now this chlorophyll is actually because of the parenchyma tissue. Okay, in parenchyma, which one? Chlorenchyma. So chlorenchyma is actually a type of parenchyma tissue which contain chlorophyll. Okay, which contain chlorophyll. Now there is another type of parenchyma tissue. There is another, that was the first type of parenchyma tissue, that is chlorenchyma, which contain chlorophyll, which is responsible for photosynthesis process. Now the another very important type of parenchyma is arenchyma. You must have seen these aquatic animals, aquatic plants. Okay, these aquatic plants like lotus, all these, they float on the water. Have you seen these aquatic plants? They actually float on the water. Can you tell why they are floating? Why don't they sink? Because of the presence of small holes in between the tissues. Because of these small holes, they provide buoyancy. Buoyancy means the ability to float. Ability to float. So that is because of a type of tissue which is present in them, which is arenchyma. Okay, so arenchyma is another type of parenchyma tissue which is present in aquatic plants, which provides them that ability to float on the water. Okay, so these type of tissues are parenchyma tissues, and these parenchyma tissues, they are generally responsible for storage. They store certain things. Okay, so that is the use of parenchyma tissue, and they are loosely packed and there is a lot of spaces in between them. Now let's discuss another type of permanent tissue, that is collenchyma. Now this is very important. So you must have seen during storm or during very heavy winds or heavy rains, you must have seen these plants, they are swaying from left to right, but they don't break. Have you seen? For example, this is the stem, okay, of any small tree, also as small as grass also. During a strong storm or a strong wind, okay, they sway from left to right. They sway from left to right, but they don't break. Why? Because they are flexible. Because these stems are flexible. Okay, these stems are flexible because of the tissue which is present in the stem. Okay, this tissue is present in the stem, that is collenchyma. Okay, so this collenchyma type of tissue provide flexibility to the plants. Okay, and these cells are elongated. Can you see there? These cells are cylindrical in shape. They are elongated in shape. Okay, and the cell walls of these cells are thicker. You can see the cell wall. If you remember, in the fundamental units of cell chapter, we studied what is a cell wall. Cell wall is the outer covering of cells, and it is only present in plants. So in this collenchyma, the cell wall is thicker because of the presence of lignin. Okay, lignin is a material which is present in the walls of the plants tissue. Okay, which provide them flexibility. Now they have less space in between them, less intercellular space in between them. If we see parenchyma, in parenchyma there is a lot of space in between them. If you can see here, you will see these spaces here, and there. So there are a lot of spaces in between cells, in between the cells. Whereas if you compare them with the collenchyma, you will not see any space. There is less space between the cells. Okay. Now this tissue gives flexibility. that plants can bend easily, the leaves can bend easily. So they are basically the mechanical support provider. They are basically the mechanical, support provider. Here you can see. Okay. Now let's talk about another type of tissue. They are the sclerenchyma. So now you all must have seen these walnuts, almonds, coconut. Yes. Have you noticed that their outer covering is pretty strong? Have you seen that? You can see it on the screen also. The outer covering of all these seeds of the coconut, or you can say walnut, they have this hard covering that is used to provide the strength to the parts of any plant or any fruit. Okay, and that is because of the sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, so sclerenchyma is a type of permanent tissue which is permanent. Okay, and it provides hardness to the plants. Okay, it provides hardness to the plants, and that is also because of this lignin material. This lignin material is very useful because it provides flexibility as well as the hardness to the plants. Now let's see the structure of these cells, how they are arranged. These tissue composed of long, narrow, dead, thick cells. Okay, and these cells are dead. So this type of tissue is made up of dead cells. But if you will see this collenchyma and parenchyma, they are living cells. Okay, parenchyma are living cells because they are used for storage, whereas these collenchyma, they are also living cells because they provide flexibility. They will be dead, they won't be able to provide flexibility. Whereas these sclerenchyma, they are the dead tissues. They are made up of dead cells. Okay, and there is no space in between them, as you can see here. Yes, you can see that this is the cell wall of one cell and this is the cell wall of another cell. You can see there is no space in between them. So in sclerenchyma, the cells have no space. In collenchyma, they are also very tightly packed. There is less space. You can see some, but there are less spaces as compared to the sclerenchyma. Whereas parenchyma tissues, they are very loosely packed. Okay, they are very loosely packed out of all three. Now we were discussing them. So sclerenchyma are dead tissues. They generally provide the hardness. They provide the protection. You can say they provide protection to the plant parts. Okay, no intracellular spaces there. This tissue provide hardness and strength to the parts of plant like walls of walnut, seed, coat, etc. Okay. Now these were the three types of simple permanent tissue, and we all know that permanent tissues are the meristematic tissues only. Okay, and these meristematic tissues, when they stop growing, they become permanent tissue. Okay, now this was all about today's class. Children, I hope you enjoyed today's class. In the next class, we will be talking about complex permanent tissues. I hope you enjoyed the class. See you in the next video.